Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to this channel. My name is Ranjit, and today we'll be going through the top 5 skills that you need to be a data scientist. So the first one is the statistical analysis. So in statistical analysis, there are a couple of main topics like hypothesis testing is there, then probability distribution is there, and then regression analysis there. Well, there are a couple of courses available online, or then you can also take a data science course, or I have also made some videos on statistics. You can go through that as well. Or there are good books also available. If you need to know, please let me know. I will share the name of those books. I studied in engineering as well, and I found those books really good, which can at least help you in the to cover the basics. Now, the second is the machine learning. Of course, if you are into a data science profile, you need to know the machine learning. So there are a couple of algorithms which are involved in machine learning, and such as linear regression is there, decision tree is there, and then neural networks algorithms are there. So try to cover most of the basic algorithms. Um, then you can also cover there are a couple of libraries available, like TensorFlow is there, and then scikit-learn is there, and keras is there. So these are the libraries that you need to learn. See, some people used to ask me, do you really need to know the math to learn the machine learning? I would say yes, because see, there's a saying that, if you can develop applications with the help of just a user interface, then at some point when you get stuck, when you work on some complicated or complex logic, then you probably will need mathematics to solve those scenarios. So I would say yes, you will need maths, but if you are like not on the higher level, or let's say if you do not want to go very deep into machine learning, then I would say you don't need to know maths, but it's always good to learn the math. Now, programming, see, there are a couple of programmings which are mandatory to know, right? One of them is Python, which has been really, nowadays it has been asked by almost all the organizations. But I would say R language is something much better than Python when it comes to statistics, or let's say when it comes to when it comes to statistics. Then apart from Python and R, you will also need to know SQL, because SQL is something which many people do not refer, that you need to learn. But SQL is something which is really important for you to be a data analyst, or even let's say data scientist, right? Or any structured query language you can use. But make sure that you learn SQL, and at some point of in the journey of your learning. Now, there are a couple of courses available online for Python, R, and SQL. I will also be covering these topics or these programming languages in the coming days, in the coming weeks. Now, data visualization is again very important. See, um, bringing the data or analyzing the data is important, but more than that, you need to visualize it as well, right? You need to showcase it to someone. So for that, there are a couple of tools available. Let's say Tableau is there, Power BI is there, and then there's a Python library named Matplotlib. You can use all these visualization tools. I will be covering probably the Power BI, and also Matplotlib. Since we will be covering Python, we will also be covering the Matplotlib library. But I will try to cover more of the Power BI, because Power BI is something I've been working on for some time now. I haven't followed Tableau much, or I haven't even seen the Tableau application or the tool, so I cannot comment much. But what I have heard is Tableau is also really good for the visualization. Now, business acumen. See, whenever you are working on in an industry, that industry is specifically, I mean, there's a domain behind that industry, right? Let's say if it is a finance, or let's say a hospital or hospitality is there. So for every domain you need to understand what is the workflow behind that domain, or how does the uh, that particular domain works. So once you have the understanding of the business, it will be really easy for you to understand the data as well. This is very specific, like this is really important. If you don't understand the data, then it will be really tough for you to come up with analysis of the data, or let's say work on that data itself. If you are a fresher, then surely you can go through the reports of that industry, or you can even attend the conferences or the events related to that particular field or the domain. Once you understand the data, it will be really easy for you to communicate it to other people as well, or let's say to the stakeholders, right? So understand the business, understand what the business or what the industry does, or how the industry works, and then try to choose the relevant industry or the domain which you find very easy to understand, or easy to go forward with. So yeah, thank you so much. It was a nice video. I think I created it after almost like 2 months.